Very good evening, and thanks to everyone for joining us today. I, Ankit Dogra, along with my teammates Dr. Deepika Chhabra and Mr. Amit Saxena from Medical Services Jagsonpal Pharmaceuticals Limited, welcome you all to the second President's Oration of Delhi Gynaecologist Forum. The academic partner for today's program is Jagsonpal Pharmaceuticals Limited, makers of LycoRed soft gels, the ultimate cell protector containing world process patented complex LycoMato, all natural extract containing lycopene along with zinc and selenium to reduce oxidative stress and offer protection at cellular levels. Also, injection Maintane 250 and 500 mg depot 17 alpha hydroxyprogesterone caproate helps to maintain normal pregnancy till the term, and EndoReg 2 mg tablets of Dynagist for the management of suspected and confirmed cases of endometriosis. We are thankful to Dr. Sharda Jain ma'am, Secretary General and mentor DGF for taking Jagsonpal Pharmaceuticals Limited as the academic partner for the oration programs. We extend a warm and hearty welcome to all the esteemed experts and attendees. Dear attendees, we request you to post your thoughts or opinions by text in the chat box. Please note this webinar is streaming live on the Facebook and the link has been shared in the chat box. To refer to this webinar in future, please visit our YouTube channel, Jagsonpal Medical Insights. Now, we welcome and request Dr. Jyoti Bhaskar ma'am, President DGFE.
I think,
ma'am, you may please take up. Yes, ma'am.
I think I'll take over. The IT tells us when to do and when not to do. So very, very good evening to each one of you. And a warm welcome to everyone for the presidential oration of the DGF. A president of a forum is actually the anchor, the pillar, and the identity of a forum. She lays the foundation of a forum, she builds her own team, and it is this that actually determines the future growth of the forum. Thus, it is to appreciate and honor her efforts, her dedication, that we in DGF have these presidential orations. I once again warmly welcome all our seniors, our giants, our colleagues, and all the members of DGF who have logged in today and are yet to log in for this presidential oration. May I now request our Secretary General, our mentor, Dr. Sharda Jain. This whole oration is basically her concept, her way to really honor and inspire and encourage each one of us. May I now request Madam to speak a few words and to set the context right.
Thank you, Dr. Jyoti. I think you have started the tone and the trend, which we definitely appreciate. That this is the honor, the appreciation we can give it to an outgoing president. DGF had a very humble beginning, but it's a unique institution, which did not go for money and the power at the national level. What is our main motto? Let the doctor survive, and they have a feeling of belongingness, where we accept them as they are and give them all possible opportunities to grow, and then they become on their own initiative. Dr. Jyoti Bhaskar has just said that the president of any forum has a lot of responsibility, and the biggest responsibility, I say, that to take everybody along with them. As far as private sector is concerned, unfortunately in Delhi, private sector member can never dream of giving orations. It is the job of only the faculty of the medical colleges. And this is one thing, there are many desires people have. जब आदमी प्रेसिडेंट बनता है तो उसको चाहता है कि भाई मेरे में पावर तो उसको आई जाती है, शक्ति उसको बोलते हैं हम लोग, और स्वतंत्रता भी मिलती है. At least people like me definitely see that a lot of freedom is given to all of them. they are at that particular level that they can definitely distribute knowledge. They in the process also gain knowledge. But the bliss feeling here, it's when you get a feeling, and when Dr. Mrinalini is going to talk about the fourth dimensions, that realization dawns only when you become president. There's so much is all around, and I think in the process, what we can definitely give you all is a lot of love, and in future to grow. I find till now we have been able to do it, that there is a lot of unity here. There's only one voice, and my sincere wish is that this kind of oration should go on. And I will correct Jagsonpal person, is that this is our fourth oration. And we've had earlier Dr. Kimani doing it, Dr. Sanjeevni Khanna, and Dr. Meenakshi, and now it goes to Dr. Mani. And I think, and I will not take more words. I'm looking forward. The topic Dr. Mani has chosen. I found Mani a very conscious person, very capable, and she has got splendid dreams as far as colleagues are concerned. So with these words, all best of luck to Dr. Mani on this particular thing. Over to you, Dr. Jyoti.
Thank you so much, madam, for these kind words. And before we go on to the oration, I would take this opportunity and this honor to introduce our giants, the giants of wisdom and courage who have really joined us today over here. So first, Dr. Sadhana Gupta, she's our chief guest. And madam, thank you so much for taking out your time and being here with us. She is a very eminent gynecologist from Gorakhpur and a FOGSIan that we all need to really follow. We are sure that the next year, she's the one who's going to really take over the presidency, and we're really going to watch and closely follow and support you, madam. She stands apart for she's an eloquent about her thoughts and views and ensures that all her thoughts and views are actually implemented. Welcome so much, ma'am. Dr. Brigadier Sharma, a renowned IVF specialist, a true teacher, and a thorough gentleman. His expression of his thoughts with a tinge of humor, very well grounded in reality, is what defines his personality and endears all of us to him. Welcome, sir, for being here with us. Dr. Ragini Agrawal, a very senior and a famous gynecologist from Gurugram, a past vice president of the North FOGSI. The amount I have known her, what I have realized, that she has a clarity of thought and she knows the path that she needs to follow. She's very focused, targeted, expressive, effective, and this is what actually defines her. Dr. Archana Verma, a lady with humility and sincere humbleness, our immediate past VP North of FOGSI. She really has the art to make her way through the deepest of the woods with a smile. She has a way to make each and every person feel that they only are the most important person in her life. Thank you so much, Dr. Archana, for being here with us. Dr. Puneeta Mahajan, she's the former medical director at Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar Medical College, an alumni of LHMC. Dr. Puneeta, I haven't known you very much personally, but having seen your photograph and having seen you on various webinars, I always felt that your countenance and your confident smile speaks volumes about your courage and your very fearless attitude of life. Thank you so much for being here with us. And now I would take this opportunity to invite the chairpersons for the oration. Dr. Abha Sood, the head of the Department of Obs and Gynae at Jaipur Golden Hospital, and she's the founder president of the DGF Northwest. And Dr. Shashi Kabra, a senior specialist at DDU, the present president of the DGF Southwest, and she was the secretary when Dr. Mrinalini was the president. May I request Dr. Shashi to please introduce Dr. Mani and all the invitees and the guests. At the end of the oration, I would like each one of you to share your thoughts over here. Thank you so much. Dr. Deepika, Dr. Mrinalini's CV.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jyoti. So may I have the CV slide of Dr. Mrinalini Mani. So the first introduction for her is that she is one of my best friends, my senior, एंड हिंदी में कहूँ तो मेरी बड़ी दीदी है जिन्होंने हमेशा मुझे गाइड किया है. शी इज प्रेजेंटली द हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ ऑप्स एंड गायनी, Guru Gobind Singh Hospital, Government of NCT Delhi, and she is a member of FOGSI Breast Committee, member of AOGG Subcommittee Breast and Cervical Cancer Awareness, and presently she has become the chairperson too. And she was also the member of Adolescent Health Committee, our multidisciplinary committee. She is an executive member of AOGD and NARCHI Delhi both, and she is the secretary of Mission Pink Health, IMA West Town, and Madam has been trained as an assessor for quality in lecture, and we all are associated with this project with Government of India and AIMS. And Madam is also the member state advisory subcommittee health in Niti Aayog, and she is one of the main contributors in the standard operative protocols of SOP committee, and she had been guest speakers and faculty in many workshop, conferences and various bodies. She has publications both in national and international journals, and we are in the process of writing books. And Madam is also an editorial board member of PPMPL Journal of Ops and Gynae Research and Practice. I welcome you, Dr. Mani, for the oration.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shashi. A very good evening to all my dear mentors, my seniors and colleagues. I am indeed privileged and humbled today to be delivering this oration in the presence of the giants, doyens of our Obs and Gynae community and our DGF family. My gratitude to dear Dr. Sharda Jain ma'am for giving me this opportunity, honor, and the love bestowed by her. And having faith in us when we approached her to start this branch of DGF Southwest. And I'm sure, dear madam, we have not let you down, and Dr. Shashi will be carrying this flag forward. Today, I would be speaking on, I was asked to, given different choices for this oration, a lot of suggestions poured in, and I did not know what to speak upon. And then it struck me, in the past 4 years, 2 years, what we have been seeing through this pandemic times and what we were lacking. And then I thought of speaking on this, the fourth dimension of life. So the fourth dimension of life, we always talk of the life being and everything in physics and metaphysical world being of 3 dimensions in life. Now translate these to the life per se. The length of life, it is a push of life forward to its own development and ambitions. This is the physical part of the life. The second, the breadth of life. It's a quality to outreach for the welfare of others. And just a moment. No man has learned to live until he can rise out of this mere concern to the broader concerns for others. This is what we call a social and mental well-being. We all know that length without breadth is a dead and narrow entity. Whatever in life to do is for good of humanity. Coming to the, I think something has happened, excuse me. Just give me a moment, I will reshare. When we talk about the third dimension, the next dimension, that is the height of life. It is a reach upwards towards something distinctly greater than humanity. What we search for the eternal reality, that is a spiritual component in life. And whatever we seek and we learn, seeking pleasure, health, wealth, and good opportunity, good reputation in life, which is the spiritual awakening. All our cultures, whether it be Hinduism, Buddhism or Confucianism, they all speak about attaining this spiritual awakening. In Hinduism, Vedanta speak about being with oneself, Aham Brahmasmi. In Buddhism, the ultimate freedom from sufferings through the noble eightfold path of Buddha is to lead to nirvana. And the Buddhism emphasizes and encourages kindness, compassion, desire, and happiness of all beings. Even in Chinese philosophy, one has to attain sagehood, and mind plays a very important role between the self and the greater self, that is the physiological self and the moral self. Experience of intoxicating joys and celebrating the great virtues of virtuous deeds. Even in the Greek philosophy, the concept of eudaimonia was there, to be happy with oneself. Thus, happiness and joy are the 4 dimensions of life, which I'll be speaking about today. This dimension makes our life complete. I was speaking about what is the ultimate purpose of human existence, which you have talked about, and the 4 dimension which makes our life complete. Happiness is always an end to it. And like we see these children, although they are in a mud pond, but yes, they are happy. It is a time seeking pleasure, health, wealth, good reputation, have a value. But none of them can occupy the place of ultimate purpose of human existence. And this is what humanity strives for. All dimensions exist at the same time and occupy the same space, but they're just occurring at different vibrations of energy. What is happiness? Nobody has been able to quantify it. All the philosophers agree to disagree for a definition of happiness. It depends who is asking about it. It's a state rather than a trait. It's fluid and fleeting. It's contentment, pleasure, rather than state of fulfillment of joy. It has been defined as a state of emotional well-being that one experiences, either in a narrow sense, when good things happen in a specific moment, or more broadly as a positive evaluation of life, one's life and accomplishments. We hold the key to our happiness. It's one's choice to open this door and step into it. Not elusive. For many, happiness seems to be an elusive goal. It's easy to sink into this misery and unhappiness, but we have to find ways to introduce positive feelings and habits into our lives. There is an elusive quest behind every human endeavor. Is it static? Independent thoughts, independent feelings. It's dynamic and unique to one. It cannot be defined. No one size fits all. One will start to feel happy for each one of the index of happiness differs. What is happiness for me may not be happiness for you. Simple things in life makes one happy. The feel of the sun gives me immense joy early in the morning or the sunset. A simple thank you from the one. A random act of kindness which was not expected. Even finding unexpected money may fill fun with joy and create happiness. Having time for oneself, a quality time. Laughing so hard that it hurts. We all must have had this experience one or the other times. Or snuggling with a loved one, maybe a pet. These all gives our immense happiness. These are immediate feelings. And above these immediate feelings of pleasure and passion, we have more rational feelings, the higher values of ethics, which are purpose and ultimate good. The simple feeling of pleasure, or the hedonic happiness as it is called as, it's relatively short-lived and shallow. One often gets stuck to this level. This includes fundamental desires, drivers of one's life, the physical pleasures and gratification. Seeking satisfaction in this type of happiness, this is temporary desires and it is short-lived. One must have passion in life to achieve life satisfaction. One should be passionate but egoless. This again is momentary and transit. Generally, one has a passion in life. It is to satisfy one's ego. The next level, once one is happy, one has a passion in life, one seeks for a purpose in life, that is eudaimonia. One perceives that one life has a meaning and which will leave a positive impact on the society. Getting in this level is a life driven by virtues. Then the ultimate goal of desire fulfillment, which gives us everlasting joy. This is most enduring and profound. And one may find it in spirituality, or the path may be through religion. This is the fundamental desire each one of has to perfect truth, goodness, beauty, and love. Mantras for a very happy and leading a joyful life. Nobody can define the path of happiness to you, but I have tried to seek answers for myself, actually, for each one of us living in this world. How to be joyful and happy in life. We have to look for meaning. We have to learn from tough circumstances. Happiness solely relies on beliefs, but it is transient. As we saw in this pandemic, it left us all shattered. But we also learned from these circumstances and learned to make harder days more meaningful. We saw a lot of videos of our residents being circulated where they were dancing even in the COVID suits, and they were happy. They were all around them. There was optimism and hope that always tells us that joy is around the corner. As we all know, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. We have to look for small things in life which give us joy. We have to find happiness and joyful things which bring joy today, because eventually these little moments will build up to create joys. As I know, when I saw this jungle cork, all the 7 rainbows of colors, my heart was filled with a lot of emotions, and we were simply amazed to see this one, or to see the bud in my garden flower bloom into a flower, or my pet who wanted to go to hospital with me and would refuse to get down off my car. These pictures still bring a smile to my life. They have an impression. We must all practice gratitude. God has been kind. Fear disappears and abundance appears. It creates a cycle of positive emotion. It is not joy that makes one grateful. It is a gratefulness that makes one joyful. We have to find a purpose or passion in life. One attracts what one focuses upon. Positivity attracts positivity. That is the law of attraction. Finding this purpose in life, finding joy in life, leads one to understand what causes life to be meaningful, purposeful, and sustainable. This is our legacy which we leave behind. That's your ikakai. Even as the Japanese concept of ikakai, one may have satisfaction, but may have a feeling of uneasiness, uselessness. One may be delightful and fullness, but there is no wealth. One may have excitement in life, but feeling of uncertainty is there. One may be comfortable, but feeling of emptiness is there. To complete your ikakai, one needs to be happy and joyful in life, find a purpose. We have to get aside our comfort zones and set goals in life. Working towards a new goal that's challenging, meaningful, takes us out of our comfort zones, brings enhanced joys. Upon succeeding at one's goals, we experience a sublime sense of joy. Like climbing down 14 kilometers to reach this Gomukh, I can't describe the feeling one had, the joy one had at seeing the bounty of nature. We have to confront our past. Negative experiences are barriers to joy. Learn lessons from them, but don't regret and repent. Heal the past, move forward, feel the joy again. Life may not let me choose my lot, but whether I'd be happy or not, that is my choice. As Elabe said, to leave hurtful memories behind or allow them to bother my mind, the choice is mine. So rise up and choose. Do you want to remain unhappy in your past? Be fully in present, live in present. Because what we do, we keep on dwelling in our past. We keep on thinking our past or our future and keep planning for it. Learn to exist in now. Finding joy can only truly exist in the now. We have to unplug. We have to let loose of our past and stop thinking about our the future. Make your present meaningful. Choose authenticity. One thing may please another. Are we living to please others in life? No. Let me be very clear. Living as one genuinely want to be. Choose that life for yourself. Choose one authentic self. This will help to achieve happiness because joy is always there underneath these barriers. Give back. Give what one desires for oneself. As we can see, the nature also gives back what it has. And so should the human being, like this little boy feeding the thirst of these two elderly couple on his way to school. He emptied his water bottle. The secret in life to living is giving. This fills us with kindness and a lot of positive emotions and helps us in achieving the next goal of a life. Sync with nature. Whenever I step out in my garden and see the blooms, it gives me immense joy. I ruminate. It reduces anxiety and negativity around. Nature allows us to experience positive emotions. Go out, feel the nature, feel the sunshine, feel the breeze of the wind on your face, see the world around you, use all your 5 senses, awaken them, and nature is beautiful. Laughter is contagious and joy is contagious. Take every opportunity to have a hearty laugh. Laugh till your facial muscles start aching. Laughter reduces our stress level and boosts our immune system. When I look back upon this group of monkeys, this family, These elders were busy grooming each other, and there were 3 naughty little monkeys. They were playing around, rolling and trying to disturb and knock them over. And we really experienced immense joy and had a hearty laugh for about good half an hour watching these monkeys at play. We must seek out positivity. We must surround ourselves with positive people. We should consider deepening relationships with those who can reframe things more positively. Do not seek company of negative people, because they would take energy out of you. Create strong social connections. Surround oneself with people with positive vibes. This helps to make us optimistic. Create positive daily list. In your to-do list, delete nothing. Because to do something meaningful every day gives us immense joy. Exercise, eat well, sleep well. Add mindfulness practices, meditation, keeping a journal, anything which gives you pleasure. Think good of others. Avoid news overdose. In this era, we have a lot of negative news floating around. Avoid that. And mostly, and the most important part, love and accept thyself. Everything is a beautiful light, a reflection of divine. Everyone is that. Love yourself, the commitment, commit to love yourself, and this affects our future. Work and faith, the quality of relationships directly. Don't base self-worth on the external world, what the others may be thinking about me. Think positive about yourself. Embrace yourself, hug yourself. Always remember, stop looking outside for happiness and joy. Life is a roller coaster. Differentiate between denial and optimism. Be open to others, get better at forgiving, live life moving forward. Love thyself. As happiness lies in one's attitude and beliefs in what things mean, it does not lie in the pursuit of the things that we believe will make one happy. Our teachers, our mentors, our gurus can only take us from a novice to the master, or from physiological state of happiness to esteem. But to take the leap of practical wisdom or self-actualization, one has to leap oneself. Look underneath, look inside, look at the inner beauty. Realize your dreams, realize your aspirations, realize your passions, see the purpose in your life. Be content and be happy. People have variously tried to objectify happiness. Came the concept of happiness quotient, concept that measures approximately the amount of happiness one has to achieve in life. What the concept initially was for the happiness, that it is feeling good and no ill feeling at others. Everybody cannot experience happiness. It is about a God gift beyond one control. But be a tiger, take control of your life, dare and explore, because happiness is feeling good. Everybody can experience happiness. It's a human right and it is within our grasp. Do high achievers often attain happiness? No. As one sees that even after having attained happiness, we start monitoring, we are not happy. There's a Western phobia around it. Am I happy? Am I happy? They keep on thinking, are they happy? And in this, they really lose the entire concept of it. Like the Weight Watchers, they keep weighing themselves daily and they say, I have not lost weight. You miss the ultimate goal. Don't monitor happiness too much. Are wealthy happy? No. Happiness not only feels good, it precedes and relates to success in life. Happiness is all about how much you have, but how much you enjoy life. The great way is not different from those who make no preferences. This is what our Upanishads also said and realized way long back. And as Martin Luther King in his famous sermon, The Three Dimensions of Life, said, quoted, you know, they used to tell us in Hollywood that in order for a movie to be complete, it had to be three-dimensional. I want to seek to take over to each of us that if life itself is to be complete, it must be three-dimensional. Add to it the fourth dimension of happiness for life to be complete, because we are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop, as Rumi said. Where even you don't matter, devoid of yourself or devotion, Our scriptures say the state of samyukti, where with one with the divine. This is the state of happiness we want to achieve. Non-scholars said without dismiss, we do not learn from school, but we learn from life. Sight is a faculty. What I see, we see two trees, but seeing is an art. See the Kedar peak behind, between these two trees. Whenever I see Kedar peak, I think of Kedarnath temple. I think of Shiva, the ultimate power. Never be ashamed of your own story. It is always special. Don't compare yourself. Live your life, live your story. You are a special person. Love yourself. If you can't be a pine on top of a hill, be a scrub in the valley, but be the best little scrub by the end of the rill. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a highway, then just be a trail. If you can't be a sun, be a star. It isn't by the size that you win or you fail. Be the best of whatever you are. These little trees, these shriveled up trees, they are still clinging onto this cliff in the hope that the roots will hold the soil together. Be that person. In theory, there is no difference between theory and practice, but in practice there is. One has to live life. See from the third eye. You have to ask 3 questions about the value of life. What is sacred? What is worth living for? What is worth dying for? Because the answer to each is the same. Only one's inner happiness. Whatever we do in life, we are working to achieve this inner happiness. Various models have been put forth to achieve this happiness, like for one of the PERMA models by psychologist by Martin Seligman. P is for positive emotion. What makes you feel one? Engage. What through activities make one feels and lose track of time? Relationships. Who brings joy, peace, and support in our life? Meaning in life. What pursuit do one finds important to work to achieve, which are worthwhile? Accomplish. What are one's goals? How can they be achieved? How do we flourish in stressful times? The path to your happiness, be your own GPS. And I was surprised. We rely on Google on everything. And Google showed me my path to happiness, but do not take shortcuts. Be your own GPS, live your own life, and be happy and be content. Thank you very much. I thank for this opportunity. And I hope my ignorance, I've shared my ignorance, and by sharing my ignorance, and I am really humbled today by this opportunity. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Mrinalini. I think you've set all of us thinking, all of us really dwelling deep into our life. And I would now request Dr. Abha Sood to please give her comments.
Thank you very much, Dr. I am really fortunate to be in this session today. Let me stop this. The concept and the path shown by Dr. Mani is beautiful and very, very amazing. Never thought of life, the 4th dimension can be this one. I was thinking maybe she is going to talk about the journalism or things like that, which naturally comes to our mind. But it was very, very beautiful. And let's hear the experts now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Abha and Dr. Shashi for chairing this particular session. May I now ask Dr. Sadhana, our chief guest today, to...
Thank you, Dr. Jyoti and Dr. Mrinalini for this wonderful talk. So, Akshay Tritiya ke din humne चौथे dimension की बात की. So, when Dr. Mrinalini and I saw the program, I was really keen to listen to it. और जो Madam ने Dr. Mrinalini ने कहा कि we seek happiness, but the happiness, the road to happiness is the 4th way, that is inside. And whatever circumstances is there, we always have that store of happiness. हम लोग के यहाँ ये जो चौथा डायमेंशन है, ये जैसे ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश, life, existence and death, then jagrati, sushupti, sleep, wakefulness, dreaminess, then satpurajtam. What we say, what is this world? It is a satpurajtam, everything. And in everything there is God, and that is the fourth dimension. हम ही सोते हैं, हम ही जगते हैं, हम ही ड्रीम करते हैं, but we know that we were doing the same thing, and that is the fourth dimension. And Dr. Mrinalini has given a wonderful insight, because this is such a timely oration, Dr. Mrinalini, and the choosing the subject, because this is the time when this fourth dimension and this hidden way is totally lost, because we are too much in the outer world, what is the Satpurasham, and we really don't know what is the fourth dimension. And you have so beautifully give few tips, being with nature, being with ourselves, doing something for others always in whatever capacity, and that these are the few ways. And I will add a little bit that the extreme agony, extreme form of fights also give you the same happiness and contentment. And I will just share two aspects of medical profession, because this is the thing, the medical profession is the profession where we really always have to seek. If we are a good doctor, we somehow there are few questions. And when in first 15 years, a lot of obstetrical practice, lot of obstetrical complications, lot of things. And whenever we had a critical illness, I faced the death, mortality or something. It was it was going like a deep tunnel. Nobody could share that grief. Nobody, anybody. It was your grief. And always a question that I am the same, our staff, everything is same, but we could say 1% and we could not say 1%. And what is that? What is that? And always it made us so humble. Like, it is not me, it is for all of us. Because whenever we are proud of our technology, our expertise, and suddenly there is one day, then it really humbles you. And there is no question after that. When you lost the patient, you lost the patient. There is no question. You have to, and that deep tunnel also give you a contentment that we have done, and there is something beyond it. And likewise in IVF practice, like we all know, I don't know, then when we get the IVF result, everything was good, but there was no pregnancy. Everything was bad, but there was a pregnancy. So there is, again, when there is origin of life, I again say, there is no question, it is there or it is not. So a lot of things for medical profession. And when I think that a lot of stress, why Dr. Mrinalini say, and everybody has got that appreciation, because in today's time, neither people nor doctor, we are not accepting anything like Satrajitam, Jivan, disease and death. But we are not accepting. We think that every disease is a problem. Old age is a problem. We have to fight with it. But people also say the medical profession, so much technology, I can do in my ways, I can have any all sort of pleasure, and I should be healthy also. So this is the time that as a doctor, we also must think that the disease is a natural way of life. It is not an enemy to fix it, but it is our profession ways to comfort it, to heal them, to make them very, very helpful, and very much like what we can say, it is a comfort and healing which what we can give to others. So a lot of violence, gender violence, what Madam Dr. Sharda said, we have to make our knot strong. The DGF gave the opportunity to private practitioners because they were left out being in academics and in their voice. And these are the things, actually, these are again fourth dimension, that the world cannot be the one way. The world cannot be the one person. It is like acceptance of everything, whatever good and whatever bad is there. And when we accept life, disease, disability, loss, win, everything, when we accept it, we are reaching to that fourth dimension. And it is neither, it is a happiness, it is just a contentment, a serenity. We can laugh, we can cry, but everything is genuine. And our all efforts are genuine as a token of gratitude to the superpower. Thank you very much, Dr. Mrinalini. It was a wonderful to hear. And thank you, DGF, and especially Dr. Sharda Jain, Dr. Shashi, Dr. Jyoti, for giving me this wonderful opportunity on that very pious day of Akshaya Tritiya. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, madam, for such deep words. And you rightly said, every illness, every obstacle, every difficulty is an opportunity. Opportunity for us to grow as a human being. Thank you so much. And now I would request Dr. Brigadier Sharma to give his thoughts, his words of wisdom.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate Dr. Sharda Jain and Dr. Mrinalini for making us listen to the things which we all are missing, and especially after the COVID and the change of doctor-patient relationships which we are seeing. So it has become very important to know what is actual aim of our life as a doctor, because most of the time we have spent our life giving to others only, and we have always accumulated their sorrows, their drawbacks, and then we try to internalize those problems of the society into ourselves, and that is what makes the young gynecologists committing suicides and all those things which is happening. Now the thing is, every age would have its own challenges. Now when you are a small child, you don't have much of past, and you've got so much of future in front of you, and there the happiness, the model will be different. A person in the middle age has got something in the past and still has got equal amount of future, and that is a different requirement. And when we come to the sunset years, we have got so much of a past behind us, and that hampers our progress towards the happiness. And because we have hardly any future in front, we know that we are in the sunset years. So all these three things at different ages, so we'll have to tackle them in a different way. And as madam said, we are answerable to ourselves. What do we want in life? What is the aim? And definitely once we start thinking of ourselves, then the happiness becomes very elusive. But when you start thinking about the others, then you start getting happiness. And especially when you think about others without thinking what you're going to get back, nishkam karma. When you start doing that, that is the time you really get happiness. Because the moment you have expectations, because expectations are the beginning of misery. So one has to do the work in such a fashion so that we do not expect anything. Whether it is your patients, whether it is your family members, whether it is your colleagues, you're always in the giving mode, because at this juncture of life that with you, whatever you have is going to be buried or burnt. So why not distribute it before that final phase? So the happiness actually, I feel that is like a pendulum. It is never static. So you can have extreme, but then somebody has to hold the pendulum from the top, and that is what Dr. Mrinalini said. It is a spirituality which will hold your the pendulum. It will go left and right, little bit, but then that there's a top which is holding it. Your happiness is being controlled. So eventually all of us, the sooner we get into the spirituality, not leave the I would say your the humanly or the responsibilities, but at the same time for your own self, the moment you get into the central connection, and then let the pendulum, sometimes you're happy, sometimes you're not happy, but that you are there connected with the Godhead, which will keep you sane in your life. The happiness, the mantra, what I feel, that it has to be searched inside. You can never, as madam said, no, you are rich, you'll be happy. No, you are a big achiever. You don't know that the bigger the light, the bigger is the shadow behind it or underneath it. So what we see is always the light. We never see the shadow behind it. So one has to develop balance. Okay, I have or a person has reached the level of, I say that all of us reach a level of incompetence. So we keep on growing, and one time comes, whether it is a physical, mental, or your professional, you reach a level of incompetence. And that is a time you must know, okay, I have tried my best. Now I have reached my level of incompetence. And if somebody is going ahead of me, it doesn't matter. Because your zero was something different and their zero was something different from where you started. So that would give you happiness. And not that you start feeling, oh, my juniors are doing better than me, or, my colleagues are doing better than me, or whatever it is. I have reached, or somebody has reached the level of incompetence, and accept it and be happy with it and start giving at that level, so that by the time you leave this world, your hands are empty and you have already given everything what you had in you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sharma. What I took from your particular saying is that faith is very important, and that's like an anchor. So if a ship is being buffeted all over, since you are a person of defense, and the middle of the sea, if you're getting a ship, if they put an anchor down, the ship is going to stand strong. So for all of us, we need a level of faith, a spirituality, and that is what tends to bring about our inner happiness. So with that, thank you so much, sir. And I would now request Dr. Ragini to share her secrets of happiness with us and her.
Mesmerizing talk, and all discussion is really so good. First of all, I will pay my regard to my inspiration, my guide, and my Dronacharya, Dr. Sharda Jain, and my all dear friends who are here. I just say the talk given by Dr. Mani is really a thought-provoking. I know everybody was thinking what she's going to speak for the fourth dimension. And but the fourth dimension, what she has told, the happiness, I think it is a crux of life, but we really forget to be happy. And the points what she has given, some of the point I really follow in the life, but really, Mani, it is eye-opener. And I think this fourth dimension should be taught in every student in first year when they enter in the medical college. I think it is going to make their life really easy. When we talk about the spiritual awakening, we all get what Dr. Sharma has said in our sunset years, and the time has gone. There's so many burdens. Yes, you come out, you want to live happily, but if this spiritual awakening is we inculcate in our youngsters since beginning, I think they are going to have a better life. And the Aham Brahmasmi, that is a thing which is our Hinduism, we say, we should really love thyself. That is in English, we say that love thyself. This is the crux of life, what I always follow. We have to make our path, but please don't do injustice to others. As Madam has said, you have to take everybody along. मेरी जिंदगी में हमेशा मैंने ये बोला है, हम अकेले चलते हैं, कारवां बनता चला जाता है, और अगर उस कारवे के साथ रहोगे तभी आपने एक लंबी रास्ते पे जा रहे हो, वरना तो फिर आप अकेले रह जाओगे। इस दुनिया में अकेले आए हो और अकेले जाना है। क्या कमाया है? वही कमाया है और उसी को छोड़ के जाना है जो आपने दूसरों को कुछ खुशियां देने की कोशिश की है। If you do injustice to others, you pull others to go up. I think that is the thing which will never going to forgive you ever. In your sunset years, आपने जो दूसरों के लिए गलत किया होता है ना, actually वही past आपको hurt करता है. So you have to prioritize your responsibilities, be clear in your thought and deed. And as Dr. Mani has said, those small joys, those give you a big happiness than the bigger thing like having a solitaire or something. Instead of that, when you see the smaller things and be happy in those things, it will give you a bigger joy. And the biggest thing with all this discussion which we have listened from others, the satisfaction what you have is going to give you a biggest happiness. In the end, I really want to say only two things, because everybody has discussed our own thought, why we are not so happy when we have become doctor with such a rosy picture in our eyes. Today, sometime I think, why I have become a doctor? So the main thing, we are living with a fear unless as a fraternity, we stood up against all the atrocities being done against us. And I always say, we cannot follow Gandhism. I'm not there to take the beating. We have to fight together with wisdom, medico-legally safe everyone. And we all should remember that our fraternity is really our real relatives. उनको नीचे करके हम अपने को नीचा करते हैं. तो अल्टीमेटली हैप्पीनेस तभी मिलती है जब हम सब साथ चलते हैं और अपनी जिंदगी के लिए किसी और को नहीं परेशान करते. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ragini. I think you got all of us a little emotional at this particular moment. But the point that I really liked about what you said was that our kids, our youth, as seniors, we need to instill in them the aspect of the third dimension, make them the humans who respect others, make them the humans who realize that their life is much beyond just money, wealth, and status. So that as elders, that is our responsibility. So if we cherish the very youth in front of us, I'm sure we're going to change the world soon. Thank you so much. And Dr. Archana, you are there with us. So your thoughts of why you keep smiling, what makes you smile so much and make you so radiant?
Thank you. I think I'm not going to talk much. I will talk only on 2-3 things. First of all, the beautiful talk. First of all, the bestest invitation to me from DGF gives me a lot of happiness. No one can imagine that. And second thing is a beautiful backdrop and Mrinalini giving talk on happiness. That was most amazing. You know, when you see the scenery also, and the speaker is good and the place is good, so ambience is good, so you feel very, very happy. Because happiness, I think in my opinion, is not something talking big. It is small things, and it's such a small word with a many big meaning. एक word में, एक sentence में, तो इसको कहना बहुत ही define करना बहुत ही मुश्किल है. नामुमकिन तो नहीं है, मुश्किल है. And only thing एक ये भी याद रखना होता है कि किसी भी शेप में मिले, किसी भी तरीके से मिले, कहीं से भी मिले, but let us feel happy. And happy अगर आप नहीं है तो that means you are unhappy. If you are unhappy, that means just remember ये वक्त गुजर जाएगा. आपको उतना कॉन्फिडेंस तो अपने ऊपर रखना ही होगा, and you have to feel strong. And about then there is no path to happiness. We all know very well, as Dr. Sharda Jain always says, it is a happiness is the path, and you have to keep on moving. So and this today's talk, you know, what a wonderful topic suggested and talked by Mrinalini, the 4th D. Whatever 4th D is actually recognizing your own strength, your own value, and your own existence in this world. And because giving dimension to your personality is something really needed, and you need to know your values, your needs, and your how to perceive this world. It's something maybe bad for one, like nowadays people are doing duties online, and they are sitting in the night, so for them it is day. And so that is why we have to just look at that, and defining and everything is not so easy, but bestest is to give that 4th D. We need a mentor, we need a guide, and we need a teacher. And if we have, and I am very lucky and I'm very happy person, Dr. Jyoti, when you invite me, I feel very happy. When I see Dr. Sharda Jain Madam, I feel very happy, because for me, she is a lead. She says she has no position, but that is the bestest thing about a leader. A leader don't aim for position. A leader creates leaders. They never make followers. They make leaders.
So they make independent public, they made independent person. One day I was feeling so distressed. I said, everybody is in medical college giving oration, giving talk, doing so much of laparotomy, hysterectomy, I don't know what and what. Then I thought I must meet someone very good. So I went especially to Dr. Sharda Jain, madam, you just guide me what to do. And then she said, Archana, you do whatever you feel good and do simple steps. Take simple steps in life. You will never feel unhappy. That was the day I just think, yes, we can always feel happy if we have somebody more a moral supporter with us, and then that we should always look for that. अगर हमने अपने टीचर और मॉरल सपोर्टर का हाथ नहीं थामा तो इट इज नॉट, ये नैया पार नहीं होने वाली आसानी से, और ये हमें ध्यान रखना है। मैडम, थैंक यू वेरी मच एंड बी ऑलवेज विद अस एंड let us always feel happy.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Archana. So Dr. Brigadier Sharma said about faith, and you have talked about a mentor. And I think a disciple grows only to the extent that the mentor wants a disciple to grow. And it is not just on the mentor, but it is also on the disciple, that how much we grow respecting our mentor and taking care. So I think these two things are extremely important when we are talking about how much we can grow. And now, Dr. Puneeta Mahajan, I would like you to give your secrets of happiness.
So I want to thank Shashi for inviting me to be part of this platform. And at the outset, I would like to salute Sharda ma'am first for her perseverance, for her commitment for more than 2 decades to make sure that DGF has spread its wings to all corners of Delhi. I really appreciate, ma'am, the sentiment that, we should motivate and give opportunities to all and bring forth the youngsters to show their, their talent and their best. Indeed, it is a unique characteristics of this forum. And today's oration by Dr. Mrinalini has been really enticing and thought-provoking. Thanks, Mani, for reinforcing, lot of simple mantras towards happiness. So let's take out time to enjoy small, joyful moments in day-to-day life. See, I feel that until you and I are connected at a holistic level, you will not get an effective me. So for accomplishing any mission that's required. See, I have known Mani for a long time, and let me take this opportunity to bring forth many aspects of her. See, Mani has worked untiringly with deep passion and commitment. Working in a government setup is a little different. See, we have to work with numbers, and many a times the quality gets compromised. Being the team leader and in capacity of head of the department, I've seen her handling a lot of challenging situations. She has strived to lay special emphasis to change the work culture, establish accountability, and bring concept of quality. See, throughout her professional run, she has been involved in, supporting, organizing various seminars, workshops, and especially the in-service training programs for all categories of health worker. And that's where we were associated for, quite some time. She has provided a big platform at DGF Southwest during her tenure as president. And in addition, she has many academic activities, but I feel that we still have a long way to go. I really feel, and I'm really proud of you, Mani, today. And for the leaders of tomorrow, I see a lot of them here. I would like to recite few lines from a Hindi song. मैं जहाँ था इन्हें जाना है वहां से आगे, आसमां इनका, जमी इनकी, जमाना इनका, है कहीं इनका जहां, मेरे जहां से आगे. So you, all the young gynecologists I see on this forum, we all have to come together to take this mission forward, to bring the women's health, especially the maternal health, to be at par with that of developed countries, be it in a private sector or a government sector. See, we all have to work together to fulfill Sharda ma'am's dream And in the end, just a couplet for you, Sharda ma'am. मैं अकेला ही चला था जानिबे मंजिल, मैं अकेला ही चला था जानिबे मंजिल, मगर लोग साथ आते गए और कारवां बनता गया. So I'm sure ma'am, ये 9 DGF forums के कारवां जो हैं ये सब मिलकर वुमेन्स हेल्थ मिशन को जरूर पूरा करेंगे. And thank you all very much for making me part of this platform. My good wishes to Mani. You have not stopped being not the president. There's a long way ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Puneeta. I think you've added the third dimension we were talking. The faith, the mentor, and then the unity among our comrades. So unless all the three things are there, we are not going to be moving forward. So thank you so much, all the giants. And I think each one of you, having shared so much with each one of us, we have really all gained a lot. And now I would hand it over to Dr. Sadhana, who's the Secretary of the DGF Southwest, to take it forth and to have many more people to speak and interact. Over to you, Dr. Sadhana.
So thank you, Dr. Jyoti Bhaskar, ma'am. Thanks for this opportunity. Let's move forward. We have a few special invitees with us whom I would like to invite to share their thoughts. First, I would like to call upon Dr. Renu Manchanda. Ma'am is the consultant at Baba Saheb Ambedkar Hospital, and also she is the Vice President of DGF Northwest. We welcome you, ma'am, and we are all eager to hear your thoughts about the special topic today.
Thank you. First of all, thank you so much for having me here. I especially want to thank Dr. Sharda Jain, ma'am, Dr. Jyoti, Dr. Shashi, and for inviting me here. And this topic is very dear to me regarding the 4 dimension of life or happiness. I would like to share my own thoughts, like how it is a need of art. Everybody knows the whole society is going through a lot of emotional turmoil. There is so much of stress, anger. So what we can do to, like as a doctor, there was a lot of discussion in the recent past regarding assault on the doctor. I would like to, share my personal view around this. Like if we change ourselves as doctors, if we change ourselves, we can change our world. That means if we are stable, we are calm, then because working in a government hospital, many a times our resident doctors ask for security because the whole society has become very aggressive. They have a lot of expectations from the doctor. But I always tell them that if as doctor, we are able to understand their problem, we remain calm, we remain stable, nobody can hit us, at least we can protect ourselves. We should have the power to withdraw ourselves from that situation. Secondly, happiness, according to me, is a state or is a choice which we have to make every day, by every day reaffirming that today I'm going to be happy, I will remain calm, I will remain, and that for that 10 minutes in the morning to stabilize your mind, having positive affirmations and making a decision every day that today I am going to remain calm and happy, because basically it's a state of mind. You have to change yourself to change your world. And then secondly, for me, I feel meditation is very important, especially for everyone, because traffic, we have to consciously control our thoughts and do not let the negative thoughts of jealousy, competition, and other negative thoughts of anger, especially the anger, enter into our mind to remain calm and this thing. So for younger people, for resident doctors, and for people who are facing these problems, we can have, meditation as a part of our lifestyle change to remain calm, because we are doctors, and especially doctors are supposed to be the most educated and people who should be able to, control the situation. We cannot expect that the patient or the patient relative will remain calm. We have to be very, very empathetic and compassionate, and that in a way will protect ourselves. We will be emotionally healthier, and we will also be able to protect ourselves from assault-like situations also. So the traffic control of the thoughts, and this will, and like I was going through the statistics also, like 1 in 4 person, in every 4th person is suffering from depression in India, which is a huge number. We have all achieved a lot of physical possessions, but why we are not happy? Because physical possessions will never give us happiness. Happiness is our own state of mind, and we have to make conscious effort to be happy every day. Thank you so much for
Thank you so much.
here.
Thank you so much, Dr. Renu, for sharing your views. So change yourself if you want to change the world, and meditate more. So next, I would like to call upon Dr. Sushila Gupta. Ma'am is the Director and Senior Consultant in GNH Excel Medical Center, Shalimar Bagh, and Fortis Hospital, Shalimar Bagh. Ma'am, can we have you with us?
Dr. Taruna, Dr. Sushila is not well, so she has probably not joined.
Okay. So let us move on. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Sushma Sinha. Dr. Sushma Sinha is the head of the department and senior specialist in Acharya Bhikshu Hospital, Motinagar. He is also the founder vice president and presently the vice president of DGF Southwest. So welcome, Dr. Sushma, and we are eager to hear your views on this topic.
Thank you, dear Taruna. Before I delve upon the orator and the topic of oration, I must thank our mentor, our DGF General, Dr. Sharda Jain ma'am. Actually, if you see the backdrop of my picture, this was a wonderful day, which is continuously giving us joy day after day and years after year. It is almost 3 years when DGF Southwest was founded, and that was the first pick of all 4 of us with our dear ma'am. So many words have been spoken, and each word is actually true to the core, and everybody, so many lives have been touched by you, ma'am. And coming on to the oration, the topic is simply amazing. And in fact, I also rang her up yesterday, actually, what are you speaking on? Because I also just, I was puzzled as to what was lying in store for us. And the 4th dimension, that is really mind-boggling. And actually speaking, the topic is wonderful because spirituality at the fulcrum, and actually the happiness has different meaning in different stages of life. When you're a child, happiness is something else, but as you grow, you keep on achieving things, and the meaning of happiness keep on changing. But now at this age, when all of us have achieved so much, I feel happiness is content, as Dr. Renu Manjanda said, and it comes from within. Nobody can give you happiness. It has to come from inside us, and with whatever you have, that is the mantra of happiness. And I think at this age, health is of paramount importance, and being healthy by whatever way you practice, whether exercise, eating good food, and being peaceful, and being at peace with others, with oneself and with others. And these are little things which goes in a long way of keeping one happy. And coming on to the orator herself, I have been knowing Dr. Mani for the last, I think, more than 20 years. And in different capacities, we have been meeting in different meetings. And but I have known her actually really well for the last 3 years, 4 years, when we have been sharing various platforms in the DGF family. And we have been discussing various aspects. And each day I am discovering new things in her. And gradually she has gained so much of poise and so much of grace. And as somebody has really pointed out, this end of presidentship doesn't mean anything. You have a long way to go ahead, and many things are lying in store for you. And because I think you are meant for many more good things in life. So actually, I'm overwhelmed by the talk. It kept me mesmerized, and it gave me new aspects, and I learned so many new things from this very talk. I think I need to talk to you more often to gain more insights. So thank you so much for a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Sushma. Thank you so much for sharing your views. So next, I would like to call upon Dr. Jyoti Malik. Dr. Jyoti Malik is the director of the JJ Institute of Medical Sciences and Roots IVF in Bahadurgarh. She is also the secretary of Haryana Association of Obstetrics and Gynecology, and also the secretary of DGF Outer Delhi. So we are glad to have you, Dr. Jyoti. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Taruna. और सबसे पहले मैं डॉक्टर शारदा जैन मैम का धन्यवाद करना चाहूंगी, जिन्होंने इस DGF फैमिली को मिलाया है और आज हमें इस प्लेटफॉर्म पर फोर्थ डायमेंशन को जो डिस्कस कर रहे हैं उसके लिए हमें मजबूर किया ये सोचने के लिए कि हम सिर्फ अपना फिजिकल, इमोशनल और फाइनेंशियल एस्पेक्ट छोड़ के एक स्पिरिचुअल एस्पेक्ट को भी ध्यान दें. सो आई रियली मैं एक्चुअली मुझे हैप्पीनेस अगर मैं सिंसियरली बताऊं तो सबसे पहले जब मैं उठ के व्हाट्सएप देखती हूँ तो मैं शारदा जैन मैम का व्हाट्सएप खोलती हूँ, क्योंकि उसमें एक व्हाट्सएप ऐसा जरूर होता है जिसको हम उस दिन की अगर बात हम समझ लें, पढ़ लें और गांठ बांध लें तो हमारी जिंदगी अपने आप संभल जाएगी, बहुत सिंपल हो जाएगी. सो एवरी डे व्हाटएवर मैसेज, एक या तो एक बहुत सुंदर सी सीनरी होती है या कोई फूल होता है या कोई मैसेज होता है, सो वो एक मैसेज अगर हम सब पढ़ते हैं और उसके ऊपर इम्प्लाई करते हैं तो मुझे लगता है कि हमें इन ग्रंथों को या हमें, और क्योंकि प्रैक्टिकलिटी से भी बात करती हैं और अपने एक्सपीरियंस से भी बात करती हैं, और स्पिरिचुअल डायमेंशन जो मैम ने अपने साथ रखा हुआ है और हमें आई थिंक कोविड टाइम्स में मेडिटेशन का भी कोर्सेज कराए. सो वी ऑल नो what we all are grooming with, or who is our mentor. So we know our guru. और आज हमें ना सिर्फ डॉक्टर शारदा जैन मैम की फॉर्म में बट अपने इतने सारे स्पिरिचुअल गुरुज मिले हैं. डॉक्टर रागिनी को देख लीजिए, डॉक्टर अर्चना वर्मा को देख लीजिए, डॉक्टर साधना मैम को, डॉक्टर रेणु मनचंदा को, डॉक्टर पुनीता मैम को और अपने ब्रिगेडियर सर को. all are spiritual gurus. Everybody has something to teach and everybody has their own way of happiness. तो और डॉक्टर मृणालिनी का तो कहना ही क्या है, और उनके बारे में क्योंकि उन्होंने हमें फोर्थ डायमेंशन के लिए मोटिवेट किया तो मैं उनके बारे में भी, उनके लाइफ हिस्ट्री के बारे में छोटा सा 2 मिनट बोलना चाहूंगी, इफ यू अलाउ शारदा जैन मैम. डॉक्टर मृणालिनी इज डॉटर ऑफ अ आर्मी मैन. तो वो टेंट्स में भी रही हैं और वो महलों की रानी भी रही हैं. वो पूरा उन्होंने भारत भ्रमण भी किया है और वो सारे हमारे कॉस्मोपॉलिटन सारे सब लैंग्वेजेस को, सब कल्चर्स को, सब स्टेट्स को अच्छे से पहचानती हैं और तभी उनमें ये एक मिक्स्ड कल्चर भी है, बिकॉज शी बीइंग अ आर्मी डॉटर शी हैज ट्रेवल्ड थ्रू आउट द कंट्री एंड ड्यूरिंग हर चाइल्डहुड she she was a gold gold medalist throughout during her schooling that she did from I think Kendra Vidyalaya, and then she did her MBBS from Aligarh Jain Medical College, and she did her DGO also from Aligarh. और अलीगढ़ मुझे लगता है उनके लिए एक बड़ी ही लकी चीज थी, क्योंकि वहीं पे उनको अपने लव जो वो होता है सौदागर, सपनों का सौदागर इन्हें वहां पे मिले और डॉक्टर साहब इनको वहीं पे मिले, एंड इट वाज सॉर्ट ऑफ शी सेटल्ड डाउन विद हिम and they made that beautiful nest from there. And now sir is ex-AMC, he's Professor Chintamani, he's a oncosurgeon at Safdarjung. So that is about her personal life. And then she has a sister who's also a daughter. Then she has 2 brothers, and her son is now settled in US, and her daughter-in-law is a hemo-oncosurgeon settled in US. So that is about her personal life. And after that, after doing her DGO, she came to Delhi. She's did her SRship in Mulchan. She did her DNB with Dr. Sheila Mehra. And then in 1998, she joined a Delhi government. And her hobby is relaxation by gardening, by traveling and exploring wildlife. And we could see all her, in the slides, most of her pics were the ones that she had taken during her sort of travel and for her exploration. And she loves mountains, she loves photography, and she loves her second child, the second pet, Brutus, who's 10-year-old, her pet, जिसकी उन्होंने फोटो डाली थी जो उतरने से गाड़ी से उतरने से मना कर रहा था, who wanted to go with her to the hospital. So not only that, she does a lot of social work, and she does a lot of spiritual work in Mukteshwar Dham and Uttarakhand and all. And her mantra of life is very simple: to remain happy and make people around her happy. So that is what she tries to do. And she likes teaching. और teaching तो खैर हम सारे डॉक्टर अपने आप ही टीचर बन जाते हैं, आसपास वालों को सिखाते हैं and with this thing, but she wants to teach the ground root workers. She wants to teach the ANMs, the ASHA workers, और बहुत nursing staff. और इन्होंने edit भी की हैं, बहुत सारी nursing की books इन्होंने edit करी हैं. So that is something that we need to also see her, the other aspect of her, Dr. Mrinalini, our 4th dimensional orator today. So that was it. And I think life has to be very simple. That is something we all should follow. And once you learn to create your own happiness, nobody can take it from you. So I think that is it. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, DGF Southwest, and thank you, Dr. Shashi, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much.
I want to say, Jyoti को सबसे बड़ा award दिया जाए.
Thank you, Dr. Archana.
Thank you, Dr. Jyoti. Thank you so much. I think we all have come to know so much about ma'am today. Thanks a lot. And next, I would like to call Dr. Leena Sridhar to share her views. Ma'am is the head of the Department of Obs and Gynae and Academics in Manipal Hospital. She's also the secretary of DGF Dwarka, and she has also been the past joint secretary of DGF Southwest. So, Dr. Leena, are you there?
Yes, very much there, Taruna.
Yeah.
And you know, it's so pleasant. I mean, I think this has been a wonderful evening. And you know, I just thought about it, like I've been hearing everything, and I started wondering, like, so much has been said, what is left for me to say? But you know, having said that, you know, there is this thing which comes in to my mind, that all the world's a stage, and all the men and women we are merely players. We have our exits and we have our entrances. And they say that one man in his time probably you know, plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. I'm quoting Shakespeare. But what I can say is that my entrance into the Delhi Gynaecologist Forum family was in this very forum, the Delhi Gynae Forum Southwest, of which you, Dr. Mani, are the president, and overall above, the Secretary General, Dr. Sharda Jain. It all came to me at a time when, you know, I remember Dr. Shashi saying, why don't you join us? We are starting this new forum, and you know, you've been doing so many academic activities. You can be with us, and we can do it together. So I think, you know, I have these 2 people to thank for actually, you know, for sort of having my entrance into this world stage, as I call it. So having said that, I came into the DGF family, and since we are here to, we have heard Dr. Mrinalini Mani. I'm not surprised that she talked about, happiness as the fourth dimension. Why is that so? Well, I had right from the beginning found her to be one of the most soft-spoken persons, extremely well-mannered and extremely, particular about making sure that everyone is comfortable and, understands what their problems are, whether it is, getting into the DGF family or to have academic activities. And she was always very encouraging, very energetic. And I use this word which, youngsters always relate with, chilled out. I think that is my description of her in one word, in a nutshell. And it's no wonder, because over a period of time, I found out she has a lot of things, we have a lot in common. One is her passion for gardening, her passion for canines. There was a time I was talking to her and I heard a bhav, 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 and then I realized, oh, mine, that is her. So our entire conversation went on to dogs, because I'm a passionate animal lover myself. So we found, and then all over above, we have a connect with the Army Medical Corps. And that was, just about enough, for me, because you can't help, being a little biased when you meet someone who's been with the Army Medical Corps. And lo and behold, I found that her father was also in the armed forces, and the same with me. So, so we have a very, very close connect. We ended up doing 4 CMEs, I remember, physical CMEs in the good old days at Manipal Hospital. I'm just sharing you one of these, which I have kept, in my OPD. I'm sitting in my OPD. Dr. Shashi, you remember? Dr. Mani, you remember?
Yes, I remember very well, Dr. Lina.
And we discussed critical care obstetrics way back in 2019. We had 75 gynecologists, and we did this right here in Manipal, this very hospital where I'm sitting. And I remember those were those days when we did so much of physical CMEs. And of course, then came the lockdown, and then we were all really locked out. But that, of course, is a different story. But what I'm saying is that, having, said that, I really could not help admiring the way she managed to, like to say, keep everyone's concerns in front, and at the same time ensure that the work goes on smoothly. I think that's one of the most important aspects of a president, to ensure that the work goes on, and also to ensure that everyone, as gynecologists, we are all, our concerns are kept in front. Little by little, you see, I got amalgamated into the Delhi Gynaecologist Forum, and I got to interact with, the Secretary General, that is Madam Sharda Jain. Initially, I used to be a little afraid, but, over a period of time, I ended up, understanding her so well. I could see the forum, such a wonderful place. I mean, where we could, with each one of us could have a place to grow and, bring our thoughts to in front, could share. And apart from academic activities, we could even discuss, other issues. So that was really wonderful. And so it doesn't come as a surprise that Dr. Mani's presidential oration had to go around, the fourth dimension, that is happiness. And I just loved the way you said that the secret to living is giving. I think that should be, something, time and again, something we should all remember, that you may have achieved 25% or 50% or maybe 75%, but at any step, even if you just have 25%, you still can give back and give back to your society. I always feel that you have, whenever you give back something to society, actually you get 2 more in return. And this is what happens. And to start by giving to society is to start by giving back to your own people, that is to your own branch, that is to gynecology, to obstetrics and gynecology. And I just like the thing which you said, you give back, you give what one desires for oneself. I think that is very, very important. love and accept thyself. I think that's so important. We really need to love ourselves. And if we understand the deep meaning behind this, I think 80% of our problems can be solved. Coming right after a discussion which we had yesterday on the problems that gynecologists are facing with patients, we realize that all these things are so very not very important. We must learn to relax. We must learn to be happy ourselves. That is the first and most important thing as time goes on. छोटी छोटी खुशियां ही तो जीने का सहारा बनाती हैं. ख्वाहिशों का क्या, वो तो पल पल बदलती रहती हैं. ख्वाहिशें कम हो तो पत्थरों पर भी नींद आ जाती है, वरना मखमल का बिस्तर भी चुभने लगता है. I think this important thing, coming from the kind of times that we are going through, I think it's just wonderful that your oration has centered around happiness. And I'm so happy to see you again on this platform. And I remember you said that we are going to have a cup of coffee one day and have a long chat. I wonder when that will be. So hopefully that would
very soon, I hope.
I hope so. And thank you very much for having me on this forum. Wonderful to see so many stalwarts. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Leena. Thank you so much. I hope we all will meet very soon for a cup of coffee.
Yeah, definitely.
So next, I would like to call upon Dr. Anita Rajoria. Ma'am is the head of the department and senior consultant in Hegdewar Arogya Sansthan. She was also the founder, vice president, and presently the vice president of DGF Southwest. So Dr. Anita has also been long associated with Dr. Mani, and we are also eager to hear what ma'am has to say.
So thank you, Dr. Taruna, and a very good evening to all my seniors. सबसे पहले शारदा जैन मैम को शत नमन. उनकी वजह से आज हम DGF Southwest के फॉर्म में खड़े हैं. And my special regards to my all seniors, my dearest Ragini ma'am, Dr. Puneeta ma'am, Dr. Sadhana Gupta, Dr. Archana Verma, Brigadier Sharma sir, Dr. Renu Manchanda, Dr. Mani. So सबसे पहले तो मैं कहानी बताती हूँ DGF Southwest के फॉर्मेशन की. I was looking for a platform. मुझे अपनी academic activities करनी थी and I wanted to be associated with an academic firm. किसी ने मुझे बताया कि शारदा जैन मैम से बात कर लीजिए, और मैंने कॉल कर दिया शारदा जैन मैम को डरते डरते, और धीरे से अपने आप को इंट्रोड्यूस किया कि मैडम मैं यहाँ काम करती हूँ और आपके साथ काम करना चाहती हूँ. मैडम ने नेक्स्ट डे इमीडिएटली हमारा अपॉइंटमेंट फिक्स कर दिया. आई माई सेल्फ अलॉन्ग विद माई डियर फ्रेंड्स डॉक्टर मृणालिनी मनी मैम, डॉक्टर सुषमा सिन्हा, डॉक्टर अनीता रजोरिया, उनके साथ हम नेक्स्ट डे मैम के वहाँ लाइफ केयर सेंटर में पहुंच गए. एंड यू नो, and that was the birth of DGF Southwest, and the date was 4th of July 2022. उसके बाद हमने कभी भी पीछे मुड़ के नहीं देखा. And we all are very grateful and thankful to Dr. Sharda Jain ma'am for giving us this wonderful opportunity. And it opened a lots of paths and lots of avenues for us. And Dr. Mani was nominated as the president anonymously. She was the senior-most. She is the senior-most among all of us. And our main agenda was to achieve academic excellence. In last 2.5 years, this forum conducted approximately 30 CMEs and health programs. Our main focus was obstetrics and prevention of maternal mortality. We organized 3 state-level workshops on postpartum hemorrhage, 1 with NARCHI and 2 with Association of Obstetricians and Gynecologists of India of Delhi for 2 consecutive years. And all this was possible because of constant and continuous support by Sharda Jain ma'am. And you know, she decorated 7 faculties of PPH workshop with APJ Abdul Kalam Award. Madam, हम आज भी नहीं भूल सकते. और हमको इतना इंस्पिरेशन मिला कि हमारे अंदर डबल एनर्जी आ गई कि हम काम कैसे करें. And we are also very thankful to ma'am for giving us opportunity for participating in critical care course, जो कि अभी बराबर regular basis पे चल रहा है. And presently we have 55 live members in our forum and around 20 to 30 yearly members, and we are spreading our wings outside Delhi also. We will be organizing workshops on postpartum hemorrhage in Muzaffarnagar, in Firozabad, in Moradabad, and in Gurugram also under the aegis of DGF Southwest. So now DGF is spreading outside Delhi also. And I assure that DGF Southwest will work tirelessly for the cause of maternal health, and we will definitely bring out a visible change in achieving safe motherhood. I would also like to mention that DGF Southwest is also working in collaboration with AOGD also. DGF Southwest has given 4 chairpersons of AOGD. Dr. Anita as Adolescent Health Committee Chairperson and Reproductive Endocrinology Committee Chairperson. Dr. Sushma Sinha, immediate past Chairperson of Breast and Cervical Cancer Prevention Committee. Myself, Multidisciplinary Committee. And now we have Dr. Mrinalini Mani as Chairperson of Breast and Cervical Cancer Committee. So that's a great record. And I have now few words about Dr. Mani. We have an association for last 20 years and we grew together. The best thing which I like in her is that she's very, very hardworking. We have done many projects together and she will never leave midway. Madam कभी किसी को बीच में नहीं छोड़ती. Dr. Mrinalini Mani, madam ये काम करना है. अच्छा पसंद आ गया, ठीक है, okay, continue it. रुकना कभी नहीं होता, कभी she will never leave you alone. आप लास्ट तक आपका काम कंप्लीट करा के डॉक्टर मृणालिनी मनी में निकलेंगी और उसके बाद फिर एक नया प्रोजेक्ट शुरू करवा देंगी. So she will remain till the completion of any work. She is an asset for our forum, and I wish all the best in her life and in future endeavors. And we are working on many projects together, and still we have miles to go and miles to go. And I know with her, I will accomplish all our tasks. I also give my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Jyoti Bhaskar, President DGF East, and Dr. Taruna Dua, Secretary DGF Southwest, who were instrumental in organizing this program. And I request Dr. Deepika to play the video of our glimpses of DGF Southwest. So that was our part. Just pause, just back, just go once like, yeah. So this is our new team. And Dr. Taruna is the secretary. Dr. Renuka is our treasurer. Dr. Yashika our Joint Secretary, and Dr. Anita Razoria and Dr. Sushma, our Vice Presidents, and Dr. Mrinalini Mani, our mentor, and Dr. Taru and Dr. Pinky Saxena, our academic coordinators. And I wish all the best for my forum.
Dr. Shashi, give me one minute for me telling you what the fourth dimensions. Can we have this photograph of? My guru said there are 3 dimensions.
Yes, ma'am.
Tan, man, and external world. External world is collective experience. जो भी मैडम ने बताया, this is a collective experience. हम अपने तन में कैसा करते हैं, मन में कैसा करते हैं, उसको कैसे कंट्रोल करते हैं. It is our control. And what is fourth dimension? Subconscious जो mind है हमारा. We are all here for a purpose in life. एक specific काम के लिए भेजा गया. अगर अभी तक हमने ढूंढा नहीं उस particular काम को, तो हमें ढूंढना है. उसके लिए हमें calmness चाहिए. इंटरनल वर्ल्ड की दुनिया जर्नी करनी है, जो हमने कभी नहीं देखी, क्योंकि वहां पर थिक वॉल लगी हुई है. जब आप काम होगे, आप मेडिटेशन करोगे, तो ये थिक वॉल्स में थोड़े थोड़े पोर्स बन जाते हैं. It becomes a porous wall, and the God on the other side gives you glimpses. बेटा तुम इस काम के लिए आए थे, कहाँ भटक रहे हो? You've come only for this particular work. When you enlarge that particular thing, that porous wall becomes really porous. And once you see your goal, for this purpose I had come, your productivity increases 10 times. If all of you have not done that internal journey, the internal journey is only breaking that subconscious level wall, which is thick wall. उस पोरस वॉल में ही गॉड आपसे बोलता है, वो आपको डायरेक्ट करता है. दिस पर्पस आई हैड कम, एंड द मोमेंट यू कम टू नो अबाउट योर पर्पस, योर प्रोडक्टिविटी इंक्रीजेस 10 टाइम्स. ट्राई दिस इन योर ओन लाइफ. बाहर की दुनिया में कुछ नहीं रखा. ऑल ऑफ अस 3 जर्नी हमें खुद करनी है. मेरा तन कैसा, उसके पर भी मुझे खुद ही काम करना है. मेरा मन कहाँ भटकता, उसके पर भी मुझे काम करना है. और मेरी इंटरनल जर्नी में कोई आपको नहीं लेकर जाएगा, आपको ही वो इंटरनल जर्नी करनी है, टू फाइंड आउट व्हाई आई एम हियर. एंड अर्लियर यू come to find out that why you're here, you realize that the fourth dimension opens up for you, and there is no end for it. Happiness all around will be there once you find why you are here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I'm really today humbled. My gratitude to all of you for such kind words spoken. And I thank my family, my friends, my colleagues, my mentors, my senior for making my day. Thank you very much.
And thank you so much. And I would now request Dr. Taruna to give the vote of thanks, please. Dr. Taruna, could you unmute yourself?
I'm so happy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Jyoti. Yes, it is time for vote of thanks. I think we had a very blissful journey. It was lengthened, but we never came to know of it. And before I give my official vote of thanks, I would like to take this golden opportunity to say something about ma'am. My association with ma'am has been about 17 years old. First, I worked as a senior resident under her when she was my head of the department. And then I joined as a specialist when I worked as a junior colleague with her for a period of about 8 years. Then we again got associated as office bearers of DGF Southwest when she was the president and I was the treasurer. Ma'am has always been so unruffled, so calm and so serene, always in full control of herself, whatever the situation around. Any problem we used to have in explaining a situation to a patient, to any attendant, the biggest respite for us used to be, let us send them to Dr. Mani ma'am and ma'am will take care of it. So that was a big thing. She has a real good art of counseling. Her laborious nature and her calm face is the biggest learning that I have taken from her. She has always taught all of us as juniors a lot. Thank you so much, ma'am, for everything. We wish you all the best for your all future endeavors. So now I would like to thank, first of all, Dr. Sharda Jain, ma'am, for giving us this wonderful platform for holding a beautiful event like the Presidential Oration. I would like to thank all my seniors, Dr. Abha Sood, Dr. Sadhana Gupta ma'am, Dr. Brigadier R.K. Sharma, Dr. Ragini Agrawal, Dr. Archana Verma, Dr. Puneeta Mahajan, for gracing this occasion and giving their wishes on this. Thanks to all the special invitees, Dr. Renu Manchanda, Dr. Sushila Gupta, Dr. Sushma Sinha, Dr. Jyoti Malik, Dr. Lieutenant Colonel Leena N. Sridhar, for coming over and sharing their views on this fourth dimension of life. Thanks, Dr. Shashi, for chairing the session and making us all recall the cherished memories we all shared together. Thank you so much, Dr. Jyoti Bhaskar, for being there always for anchoring this beautiful event. Thanks each and every attendee for being there with us through this journey. Thanks to Jagsonpal for providing this big and reliable platform for conducting a special event like this. Thank you to one and all. Thank you.
My special thanks to Dr. Sadhana, Dr. Archana, Dr. Ragini, and my request is that start working to make a stronger North India. Stronger North India. It's all in your courts, and we have to see to it that each one of us become proud of North India people and unconditionally to support whenever the event arises. So I think the time has come. You should say, I am the best. North India is the best. And that's all. Everybody will be looking forward to these kind of events when, people can speak their heart out on the subject, which is very dear to them. So congratulations to you, Dr. Mrinalini. Congratulations to everybody. And thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Madam, for giving me the opportunity.
It was really a great evening.
And just another 2 months later, in July, we will be having our next presidential oration, and that's going to be Dr. Kamal Gujral. So it's the DGF Central that is going to be in the focus on next month. So let's really wait for the next dimension to come through, maybe the 5th or the 6th. Let's see the next dimension come.
Dr. Jyoti, you are indispensable. Without you, this could not have been possible.
No, I was after your life. I'm sorry about that. No, I was literally after. No, we need to do it. But thank you so much for making it such an excellent.
Big clap for Dr. Jyoti, Dr. Taruna.
Absolutely.
Ma'am, we would like to take this opportunity. My colleague is here, Mr. Ankit Dogra from Medical Services.
Oh, yes, ma'am. So good evening to all the respected doctors. Thank you for this opportunity to connect with you all today. So Jagsonpal Pharmaceuticals proudly presents LycoRed soft gels, the ultimate cell protector containing world process patented complex LycoMeto, all natural extract containing lycopene along with zinc and selenium to reduce oxidative stress and offer protection at cellular level. Our other excellent products are injection Maintane, 500 and 250 17-alpha hydroxyprogesterone caproate for threatened and habitual abortion, preterm delivery, and luteal phase support in ART to help maintain pregnancy till the term. And EndoReg 2 mg tablets of Dynagist for the management of suspected and confirmed cases of endometriosis and endometriosis pelvic pain. Do join us for the upcoming webinar on the web series Pearls of Wisdom by QALs on 10th May, hosted by Jagsonpal. Thank you for your patient listening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Deepika, for being always there for us and at short notice providing us the platform. And thank you so much for it.